to the ESR Gtr4 German Große Tour Round 6. We're going to get our Nürburgring on. Put some mustard in that bitch. We're going Nürburgring. I'm very attractive, and with me, as always, is the inventor of the semi-electric gluten-free knee polisher, Michael Magus. Oh my God, Hendrik. Oh my God,
Hendrik. That's not where you're supposed to go.
Enrique is muy caliente.
Yeah, we're here for the finale here at the Nürburgring. 60-minute race here, no pit stop required, and normally I'd give you like this whole rundown of the championship and you know how who needs to do what to win. Hendrik just needs to race like he's been racing, and he's going to win the championship. And that's just all there is to it. He's got a very comfortable margin. He needs to take like a top 5 home, and that's it. So I hate to disappoint all the numbers nerds, but we had a really early. We had a really good parity like championship this season, but unfortunately, some of the guys kind of fading out and not attending these later rounds has just kind of left us with Hendrik or Tobias.
And that's racist.
Even though by their standards, neither of them have had a very good series. Like by their standards, they're usually out there winning everything, and they've got a couple of wins. Hendrik's got 3, Tobias has got 3, but we've seen a lot of winners this season. It's just consistency and attendance. That's been a problem. Man, could you imagine this series if Gunnar Ricks hadn't basically pieced out after round 1?
Yeah, because he wouldn't have won anything else.
Oh.
See, it's part of the imagination factor.
Okay. So you're suggesting that he used up all of the rub of the green,
correct?
In the 2 rounds he attended,
and then Mauricio Delgado would have beat the snot out of him for the rest of the year.
Okay. It's a brave thought. It's a brave conspiracy theory. Tobias Thero full start on the pole, so he's doing his best to get this championship home. Henrik Andreasen, James Butler, Joe Senna, Jeff Ecott, Timo Ryder, Dave Ziska, who's back. Mauricio Delgado, Stefan Frings, and Nicholas Campbell, your top 10, with Yuri Kutachville, Adam Komorowski, Timo Konetsky, Vic Vega, Ricardo Gomes, Fran Hidalgo, Wilfredo Sevilla, Andy Foster, and everyone's favorite, Morbid Apathy.
The morbid apotheosis.
Mm-hmm. Now, it'll be interesting to see what James Butler does off the line, because as the guy who's been sitting in for the stewarding for this series, I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound offensive. James doesn't know how to start races.
Wow.
Either that or the KTM doesn't, because almost every single race he has a terrible start, and people have to take evasive action to get around his slow ass car. It's kind of embarrassing. We were talking at Bilsterberg, because he actually caused a pileup by having a really bad start. And Jack and I were going, how do we explain how he's not getting a penalty for this? And we're like, well, because we can't punish him for being bad at starting I don't know what it is.
Are a road hazard.
It could be that the KTM just doesn't launch well. I don't know what the deal is, but something's not been going right. And also something's not going right with the camera, because we're looking at pit lane.
That is correct.
And we're still looking at pit lane.
Oh my God.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, Andreasen and Thierolf are both away without too much issue. James Butler tumbling down the order to 11th place after starting in 3rd. He did it again. Thierolf will, I think, take the lead. He's very outside, though. Andreasen might get through. Joe Senna in 3rd place in the BMW. Okay, it will be Thierolf from Andreasen, Senna, Campbell. But Campbell had a great start. He started 10th. He's up to 4th. Dave Ziska, Jeff Ecott, Timo Ryder, Adam Komorowski, Stefan Frings, Mauricio Delgado, your top 10. How far down? Byron Butler is in 14th place. How far is he falling on this start? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
He's dropped 11 spots.
Bruh. Gas pedal connected to the
You know what we should really do? Because I haven't noticed... Okay, so the only other KTM in the field is Andy Foster, the Golf Oil one. We haven't really noticed Andy being bad at starts because he tends to qualify near the back. And, we appreciate the effort, we appreciate the hustle, we appreciate the stick-to-itiveness. But it means that I haven't noticed if his car is starting poorly. So that'll be something to look at in the stewarding. Does Andy Foster also have just absolutely dead starts and it's the KTM's fault? Or is it Butler's fault?
Either way, I bicycle his way to the nearest Hampshire and have some tea.
Well, he's on the charge. He just overtook Ricardo Gomes, so he's up to 13th. That's Mauricio Delgado looking for an overtake on Stefan Frings. And also looking to come through is Timo Konietzny in the Lotus. In the mix there as well as our boy Yuri Krotachville. Up into 11th place. So Frings falling back. Frings appears to have like a legit problem. His car is dropping like a stone. There appears to be something wrong with that blue and yellow BMW.
Something wrong with that boy.
He started this lap in the top 10. And is now down to 12th. And looks like he's going to fall further because that's Butler lining up for an overtake on him.
He's like the Dmitry Yuskevich of shifting. Oh.
There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Steve Davidson going down the inside. I swear, Dmitry Yuskevich, one of my many secret weapons in 90s fantasy hockey. It's Dave Ziska giving a little flashy headlights to Nicholas Campbell. Not sure why. Could just be trying to distract him. Byron, who was your like grand underdog 90s fantasy hockey weapon secret weapon of choice?
Cam Neely.
Not sure
really
if that's
underground or
I was gonna say, not sure if that's a secret weapon, sir.
Frank Thomas? No way, that's baseball.
My favorite. Well, Yari Curry works. Yeah, that's good. My favorite is probably Brian Scrutland.
Oh, also a fine choice.
Nicholas Campbell off into the wall. Scrutland is like the most unsexy player known to mankind. Doesn't score, doesn't get a lot of assists, but my God, you need a lockdown center? Brian Scrutland is there for you.
Dave Savenko. Golf oil.
You know who actually wound up being like maybe my greatest random discovery in the hockey simulator as far as like talent is concerned?
Darcy Hordichuk.
Chris King.
Oh yeah.
And no one's going to remember Chris King's entire NHL career, but I put him on Eric Lindros's wing, and he scored like 45 goals for me.
Everybody fucking terrified of the big man.
I'm not saying the Legion of Doom wingers succeeded entirely because of Lindros. I'm just saying that their numbers away from Lindros, not amazing.
Correct.
Except for Rod Brindamore, he would be the exception.
Rod Brindamore, pretty OP.
As a kid, I was always under the impression Brindamore was small because I always saw him next to Lindros.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know, when I was like maybe 17 or something, I realized he is not small.
Oh, he's an average sized dude.
Morbid apathy falling down the orders. He has problems. So Ziska now up into 4th place. Ekot is our on board here. He's in 5th. Komorowski having a solid day up in 6th. Ryder, Krotachville, Delgado, and Konietzny the top 10. So whatever was wrong with Frings' car appears to have been fixed. He's fighting back against Konietzny for 10th place. So that's good. And Butler also coming with him in the KTM.
I believe he's got a wallaby stock in the intake.
We're not at Bathurst. Oop, little squeeze there on Konietzny. Makes his way through. And the guy with the front row seat to that is Ricardo Gomes. Speaking of Gomes, under pressure from Vic Vega in the yellow Mercedes, or orange Mercedes, pardon me. In my defense, I am slightly colorblind.
That's not true. He hates everybody.
No, it is. I have a disorder, I suppose is the best way of putting it, in my sense centers of my brain. It causes my color perception to be slightly non-human. So there you go.
Do you see like a mantis shrimp?
No, it's just I've been made aware since a very young age that when I say a color, sometimes I'm entirely incorrect.
That's not colorblind. That's just dyslexia.
Color dyslexia, I suppose. But no, it's what I see. It's just my shit. My palette is off. There you go. So that's probably the word.
I mean, you do list to an inordinate amount of 3 Days Grace.
Like, let me put it this way. You know the Dark Angel armor paint scheme for Warhammer 40k?
It's black.
See, no, I thought it was black for the longest time, and people were like, they're green. I'm like,
oh, right, wrong batch of guys.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
I thought it was black.
It is a dark green.
Yeah. But I see it as black. There you go.
Well, maybe you, sir, just don't appreciate enough Gulf oil.
I appreciate golf, not to the degree you appreciate golf oil, I'll be clear, but I appreciate golf oil.
I mean, to be honest, Gulf oil is the only aesthetically pleasing camo.
There's got to be a Golf Oil Space Marines chapter at some point.
Should be.
I'm not, it's not coming to my brain right now, but I'm sure there is one.
I'm sure it's like an Ultramarines offshoot.
Probably. They do have honestly, if you look at the offshoot chapters, the Ultramarines have like 90% of them. It's a bit ridiculous.
It's because they're racist against all the other Space Marine.
Oh, just because they were huge. There were so many more of them. That's why one of the theories is that the 2nd and 11th Legion were actually absorbed into the Ultramarines.
Oh, yeah.
Something that's so big.
Get in my belly. They became the fat bastard Marines.
I think the real answer, if you want the canon answer, is just that the Ultramarines gene seed is really, really stable. And also the... Oh, Mauricio, what are you doing?
Crazy stuff.
Going very wide. And that there's just a large pool of talent for the Ultramarines because of Ultramar. They're the only one of the legions that didn't have a home world. They had a home fucking sector.
Because everybody in Ultramar is on a spreadsheet.
Probably. Gilliman is my spirit animal. I may not find the Ultramarines interesting, but I'm definitely more Gilliman than I am any of the other 18 primaries. Around the outside there from Butler. I'm like half Gilliman, half Perturabo. There you go.
Good old Peter Turbo.
Absolutely hard carrying the heresy is the only non-insane Chaos Primarch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, him and Alfarius, I guess, but Alfarius is just confusing.
Well, that was the plan the whole time.
You're not wrong.
Can't wait. So here's my desire for the next Primarch to return. It pick anybody, don't care who it is, I don't care what side they're on, but you get like 98% of the way through the book, and it's revealed that it was Alfarius the whole time.
Alfarius the whole time.
Well, it could be Angron's back. Who else could they bring back? They could Jagatai Khan. They could bring back. It turns out it was me, Alfarius, the whole time.
The whole time. A little side-by-side action there between Dave Ziska and Jeff Ecott as they battle over 4th place. And that is Timo Ryder getting knocked into the pit lane.
Time to pit. This is not negotiable. This is a threat. Time to pit.
He's actually got to be really careful there, because sometimes you can get black flag for backing up in the pit lane. So he's got to be very, very careful where he backs up there.
Tasty.
And Ecott has got 4th place for now. Taking that over Dave Ziska. BMW versus Merc.
Going by me, Mercury, cruising up and down the road. Alan Jackson, you go fuck yourself. Just ruining a perfectly good goddamn song. It's called Mercury Blues, not Mercury Hee-Haw Slap Your Knee. Buy me a Mercury, ride up and down the road. Shut up. Shut up, slow down, I don't care. Smoke some weed, calm down. I'm not angry.
Not angry at all. I was explaining which Primarchs could be good War Masters to somebody online, and I'm like, there are maybe like 5 guys who could have been War Master. He's like, how do you narrow it down? I'm like, well, there's the crazy ones, so Angron and Kurtz are out. There's the dudes who don't want it and aren't suited to it in any way, shape, or form, Varys Manus. And then there's the dudes who we get fucking bored, Lehman Russ and Lionel Johnson.
I think, again, going back to the Alpha Legion, if we get Alfarius Omegon to be the War Master, it would be like, we don't know what we're doing, and we don't know what's going on, but
that's literally my disqualification for Alfarius Omegon for being War Masters. It's like, they have absolutely the talent to organize stuff and to strategically plan. No one would know what we're doing, though. No one would know.
No, because, I mean, you'd be playing 3-card Monty up front with, like, 19-card Monty on the back end.
Yeah. It just wouldn't work.
It would be very funny. I would need, like, a what-if. Somebody write, like, a what-if short story. Give me a book of Warhammer 40k what-ifs. And just, like, 15, 20 pages of we're winning, we don't know why, and we don't know how, and no one knows what they're doing. But we are winning.
I feel like the answer to solving the Imperium's problems is just to have the Emperor be a good dad, and we pretty much are done.
That would be wild.
Because all the Primarchs that had like good like father figures, totally good people. Just didn't rebel, didn't do their shit.
Only wiped out a small modicum of people.
I mean, they kill people, but like, they kill people with like a reason.
Yeah.
Whereas Conrad Kurtz, killed them because he needed a new jacket.
Correct. Needed to patch his cloak.
Needed a new footstool.
Oh, come on, he's not Richard Curry.
Oh, sir, Conrad Kurtz would be right at home in Komarov, I'm just saying.
That would have been fun. The heresy falls apart. He ends up accidentally in the webway. Turns out he will never leave Komarov because that's his kind of place.
Has an incredibly emotional breakdown. He's crying. I have found my people. Dark Elder looking at him like, this is very weird, very confusing. Don't know what to do.
Just keep him happy. Just keep him happy.
Just keep him happy.
I don't know if he can be happy. Well, we'll have to try, man.
We can try. Very wide line there from Konechny. He'll lose out to Vega as a result.
Nicholas.
And Nicholas Campbell coming back after his contact with the wall. I feel like there is a non-canon comic, I have to stress that, where Gilliman has a daughter and a half-elder daughter, and there's a bit where she finds a war titan and brings it home like a dog, and the Titan's crew are just like, we are the best boy ever.
Whoa.
Wilfredo Sevilla going around there. I don't know if he got tapped by Campbell or if he made a mistake.
Wilfredo
Could be either.
or Will not Fredo.
And Andy Foster picking up a spot there over Timo Ryder, who seems to have something wrong with his car. We saw him get knocked into the pit lane, literally, earlier, and is on the comeback. Car looks intact, but getting overtaken by Andy Foster when your Timo Ryder is not a great feeling, I'd imagine. Ryder has top 10 pace. And being polite to Andy, he does not.
Wow.
Hey, I love my slow beans, but we do at some point have to admit when we are the slow bean. That's just all I'm saying.
Probably fair.
That's just all I'm saying. And Andy, don't take it the wrong way. I am in your boat. I am also the slow bean. I've raced wheel to wheel with Andy. Believe me, that is where I'd be if I was in this race. So Thierolf leads by a second of Andreasen, Senna in third, followed by Ekot Komorowski, who are watching right now, as he attacks this guy. Krachachville, Frings, Butler is now in the top 10, and Vega. So around here, I'd probably be doing... Where would I be, you think, here? Low end top 10, maybe? Maybe. It's like being as nice as possible to myself, though.
I believe you'll be fighting Racing Delgado for most Trizo.
I mean, I'd be definitely be in the Gomes, Delgado, Vega. Like that's my area right there. That's my spot. Maybe I'd like to say that I'd be competing with Butler because I'm used to competing with Butler, but he's been Rapido this season, so I don't know if I'd be there. He seems to definitely have something in that KTM, even if it is not starting the race properly in any way, shape, or form. But everything else is going great. He's even had a win this season, of course, taking the victory at Sachsenring.
Saxon what?
Sachsenring.
Bringing Saxon back.
Wilfredo Sevilla off the track again. Carry on, Wilfredo. Carry on my wayward son. There are points on offer.
I mean, the real question is, are you Wilfredo the Dark?
On board with Adam Komorowski as we approach the 1/3 mark of the race. Komorowski looking down the inside, nothing doing. It's literally moderately amazing that I stuck with Warhammer after my first model was broken. I bought a Whirlwind missile tank, which was a terrible idea because it sucks on the tabletop. I think it's always sucked on. I don't think it's ever been good on the tabletop.
But does it look cool?
It does look cool. That's why I picked it.
Exactly.
I was 13 years old. What do you expect? So I was 13 years old. I picked it up, and I'm building it. And it's a pretty easy thing to build. It's just like a Rhino with a missile launcher on top, basically. And literally, I call my dad in because I'm like, I can't get this to fit. And he's like trying to do it. He's like, this is bad. This is ill molded. It will not fit. So for the next like day, here I am taking sandpaper to the inside of the connection thing to try to make it big enough to accept the other part of the mold. Somehow, didn't dissuade me from continuing the hobby.
It's all about the challenge.
That's Morbid Apathy off the track. And Ricardo Gomes picking up a spot there over Timo Konieczny. Yeah, I think the first game I ever played at the tabletop Warhammer 40K, I had 10 Space Marines, a Whirlwind, and somebody lent me an HQ character because he needed HQ to play the game. I didn't have one. So he lent me just like, I don't even know if it was an HQ character. Looking back, it might have just been a Space Marine that he painted up particularly nicely. So anyways, he was my captain. And I'm playing, and we're doing the dice rolling, we're doing all the fun with the Whirlwind and stuff. Didn't hit a single thing. Could not hit the broadside of a barn with that Whirlwind. Like, every time it's like, all right, missile barrage. Missed.
Can't miss with a whole barrage.
Yes, you can.
That's garbage.
Yes, you can. I don't think I literally don't think I ever played, used the Whirlwind after that game. I think it literally just sat on my shelf.
Well, but it looked cool, though.
It did look cool.
That's all you need.
Yuri Kurtachville holding off Frings there, as well as Butler.
Fring-a-ling, fring-a-ling.
We once played a mega game at the hobby shop in my town called Hobby Kingdom. Shout out to Hobby Kingdom. Not there anymore, so not so great. But it was a big game. It was 10 players, 5-on-5. And I had one random... Why are we getting a standing shot here? Martin, explain yourself. Anyways, there's the standings coming into today's action.
If you weren't aware, now you know.
If you were not aware, now you know. Andreasen, Thirol, Senna, Ricks, Frings, Butler, Campbell, Vega, Kurtachville, and Ryder, your top 10. When is this going to go away, Martin?
A couple seconds. Give it to me a little bit here.
Oh, we're missing Oriol Balmania today. Didn't notice.
He was too busy getting traded to the Blue Jays.
Well, he missed the last round, too, so. There we go. Steve Davidson, Nicholas Campbell battling over 14th place.
Oh my god, Andreassen's so far behind.
1.4 seconds. He's within striking distance. Also, keep in mind, second place is enough for him to win the championship, so, like, no pressure.
So we just need Senna to creep up there and give him the pit maneuver.
Basically, yeah, at this point, Tobias needs to start paying Senna, Ecot, Ziska, everybody in behind him just come and try and take a run at Andreasen. James Butler moving up a spot there, overtaking Yuri. And that's 7th place for Butler. We know he's capable of higher. He did qualify 3rd and just completely blew the start.
He's just sandbagging. He's going to come back and win the whole championship. Watch this.
It'd be interesting. He's basically got the opposite of the Malaysia 2001 Jos Verstappen start, which I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again because I feel like it.
Do it.
So it's like early going in the Malaysian Grand Prix of 2001, prime Michael Schumacher dominance era, and it's Schumacher, Barrichello, Jarno Trulli, David Coulthard leading the race, and Murray Walker, the legend himself, Murray Walker, is given the rundown. He's like, 1st place, Schumacher. 2nd place, Barrichello. 3rd place, Trulli. 4th place, Coulthard. 5th place, and Arrows. How did that get there? And his partner, Martin Brundle, down the inside here. Possible move here by Adam Komarovsky. He's got it. That'll be 5th place. And Martin Brundle is like, it's got to be Verstappen because Bernaldi's off at turn 1. It's definitely an Arrows, and it's definitely Verstappen. How did he get up there? Started at 18th, was up to 5th. And those who do not recall, Arrows at that time was probably the 2nd slowest car on the grid. Not competitive. They scored 1 point all season. And the other driver is completely useless because it's Enrique Bernaldi, who was just there for that sweet, sweet Red Bull money. Man, I think about this. So, all right, so little story time here. Behind the scenes. In 2001, Red Bull wanted to get Enrique Bernaldi on the grid. He was their guy. He was Brazilian. They wanted to, crack the Brazilian market, okay? So they put a lot of money behind him. They offered him to Sauber. Sauber said no. They refused, despite being Red Bull's team. And this actually damaged their relationship with Red Bull to the point that Red Bull actually pulled away from Sauber. But they took a little known guy, maybe you've heard him, maybe not, from Finland,
Steve,
named Kimi Räikkönen instead. Imagine how different the world of F1 would be if Sauber had just said yes to Enrique Bernaldi in their second seat. One, the Red Bull F1 team might not exist. They might have just kept it, been a title sponsor the whole time. And two, no Kimi Räikkönen.
what a wild time to be
Because
alive.
nobody else was looking at Räikkönen to put him in the car. That was Peter Sauber's great, like, I got a feeling about this kid. And we're putting him in the car.
Boss, he kind of drinks a lot. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm not saying Peter Sauber had a great eye for talent, but I am perhaps saying that Peter Sauber had a great eye for talent. Because he did a lot of weird things while he was in charge of Sauber that like didn't really make any sense at the time, and they totally worked out. Vic Vega moving up in 8th place.
I met this kid in the bar last night. It's a little drive.
Peter Sauber also ran the Mercedes sports car program that found Michael Schumacher. So there you go.
No.
And gave Heinz-Harald Frentzen his first chance in F1 as well. And a little known Polish driver by the name of Robert Kubica.
I thought that was the prison. Oh, that's Treblinka. Never mind.
I was gonna say, I don't even know where you're going with this.
We'll be sending you to... Ah, shit. Brain. It's a Mega Archer reference. LaBianca. Not to try to LaBianca.
On board with Stefan Brinks, he tries to track down Yuri Kutachville and Vic Vega. And we've lost Steve Davidson. No, Steve.
Oh, Steve Dave, what are you doing?
Morbid apathy getting out of the way as people start to lap him. I feel like Tobias actually needs to pay morbid apathy to take out Henrik at some point. Is probably the answer.
Steve Dave, you have betrayed us for the last time.
Wilfredo Sevilla having a good little battle with Fran Hidalgo.
Francisco.
Welcome back, Fran. Getting very close. Audi v McLaren. Now I'm just trying to think of like dumbest moves in Formula One history as far as drivers are concerned.
What about that time that they let Billy D. Williams drive?
I mean, that'd be up there. I'm just trying to remember if there's a time where a team said no to a driver and like instantaneously regretted it.
There was the time where Ferrari could have had that British guy, but chose to lead Austin.
Morbid!
Oh my goodness,
Takes Vic Vega out. That's a penalty.
Boy, howdy.
Vic, that better have gotten reported to the stewards. I'm just saying, 'cause that was bad. That was very bad. I get what Morbid was trying to do. I truly understand, but don't do that, kids.
The Lamborghinis, huh?
Do not when you spin or you get taken out or whatever, you're out of position, you're sideways on the track. Do not move when there's traffic coming, because it's only going to make it worse.
So much worse.
And that is what happened there. Apathy's out, Vega is out.
Morbid apotheosis, R.I.P.
And Wilfredo Sevilla trying to find his way past Fran Hidalgo. Hopefully we get a good look at this battle on screen, because Wilfredo and Fran have been reliable people who've been here for a lot of races, and I want to see them. I want to see them cook. They've got themselves a good battle. I don't care if it's for second to last place. It's a battle.
Enrique.
A little evasive action there from Fran as Wilfredo got the inside of him. And that will be enough to get Sevilla past. Foster falling down the order. Wonder what's up there. What happened to Andy? Also, it's an excuse to get the Golf Oil car on screen, so, camera guy.
Hell yeah.
Andreasen still on the tail of Tobias. Tobias has not been able to get a lot of breathing room at the front, but to be honest, it doesn't matter a lot because he needs cars between him and Heinrich if he has any chance at this title. So he's just basically racing for a win. That's about it. Second place in the championship is pretty much all that's on offer right now.
Might I recommend just pulling a big old brakey and
Foster was in the pits. There's the answer. And Andreasen will make the move and move into the lead of the race. The Rolf not giving up through Mercedes Arena. Does go. Oh, a little aggressive move there by Yuri to try to defend against Stefan Frings. Ricardo Gomes has had a great, just front row seat to, everything in this race, to be honest. He's right there in the black and red and gray car, watching this battle between Frings and Kurchachville.
Oh boy.
And Frings gets a little bit too wide there, loses control of the car. Or did he get hit by Gomes, actually? Because Gomes slowed down a lot as well. Way. Gomes is passed, and so is Konieczny.
It's your boy Gomez pile. Michael, is it true that Timo Konieczny is wanted for murder in 52 states?
I hope not.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't feel very good about that.
Not to be confused with any other kind of gentleman's club.
Konieczny on the attack against Ricardo Gomes. Gomes goes defensive in turn one. And we'll see if Konieczny can get it around the outside here. It's hard, but if you can do it, you tend to get the inside line into the second section, and there he goes. Konieczny with the move, and now ninth place. A while ago, he was at 12th.
There he goes again.
He was in 12th place just a lap ago, and now he's up at 9th. Good work. Next on his list will be Yuri Kurchachville. And And he also got to keep looking at his back as Gomes, Frings, and that's Delgado are on his tail. All right, I think I finally have a driver that was just horribly disrespected in F1. So we have to go back to the year 2002 for this one, Byron.
Was it Japanese?
No. There's a driver, but Timo Konietzki very off the track there. Gomes is through, and so is Frings. It's 2002. The person making the wrong call will be a gentleman by the name of Flavio Briatore.
Sounds Brazilian.
So Briatore has had a driver by the name of Jensen Button on his team for 2 seasons at this point.
Man, the Boutons.
Oh. And Mauricio kind of just nudging Frings around there. That was a little clumsy.
They look clean to me.
Well, Mauricio disagrees because he's waiting for Frings to overtake him. So I appreciate the gentlemanly move, but that was a clumsy overtake. So Button has been in F1 for 3 years at this point. He was Rookie of the Year in 2000 with the Williams team, moved to Benetton in 2001, which is where Briatore started working with him, and then with the Renault team, which was Benetton, turned into Renault in 2002. Now, 2001 was an abject disaster for Button. The team was bad, and by the time they got good with the car, he was so out with the team that Giancarlo Fisichella basically pantsed him. But he stayed with the team for 2002, and he did really well. He became like this absolute cursed about a podium guy, finished 4th like 6 times over the course of the season. And it generally beat out Jarno Trulli over their partnership. Trulli would out-qualify him, but like, I'm going to let you in on a secret here, F1 guys. Jarno Trulli out-qualifies everybody. Over 1 lap, that man is a world champion talent. Ask him to put together a race, that's a different story. But over 1 lap, that man is phenomenal. In the races, Button was beating his butt. At the end of the season, Briatore basically just like absolutely tears into Button because he doesn't have work ethic. He'll never amount to anything. He'll never win a race. Blah, blah, blah. Come 2009, Jensen Button's your world champion. Boom. There you go. Flavio Briatore has never been more wrong about a driver in his life.
You just need to start hanging out with Kimi Räikkönen more.
We never got a Button Räikkönen team, and I would have laughed if we did. Button did get to team with Fernando Alonso for a bit. Did okay, and Lewis Hamilton. So, and compared pretty well. Honestly, as a collection of some of the best teammates probably anyone's ever had for their F1 career, because his first teammate was Ralf Schumacher, race winner. Giancarlo Fisichella, race winner. Jarno Trulli, amazing qualifying guy and race winner. Jacques Villeneuve, world champion. Takuma Sato, admittedly probably the weakest link in the bunch. But then Rubens Barrichello, multi-time race winner. Lewis Hamilton, multi-time world champion. Fernando Alonso, multi-time world champion. And then Kevin Magnussen, who's a psycho. But, you know, it is what it is.
And Bernie Eccles.
I did actually really enjoy in the F1 movie. The one thing I really did like is that every time shit went down, it involved Kevin Magnussen. I appreciate that. As Jeff Ecott moves into 3rd place here, as Seti gets a little bit out of shape and falls to 4th.
What about the Japanese feller who's a little aggressive?
There's a couple of those. I'm not sure to whom you're referring to, honestly.
The Mad Bomber who bombs at midnight?
Yuji Ide is probably who you're thinking of.
Probably.
But Takuma Sato had that reputation. Toru Takagi had that reputation. The Japanese drivers in general. Oh, and Kamui Kobayashi, who we all love, had that reputation.
Whichever one was the little black driver in the little race cartoons used to share. You don't even know. The minis, I think.
Yeah, the minis. Yuji EJ was the one they referred to as my god of destruction, so yeah, probably him. But the little black guy was never actually revealed. It was a different person every season.
Oh.
Pastor Maldonado was, I think, the last one.
Tacos El Pastor.
A.k.a. Crashter Maldonado. I think one of the guys that missed Apex put it best about Pastor Maldonado. I don't question the speed. I don't question the talent. I question his sanity.
He's fine. He just wanted to go fast.
He wanted to go fast, wanted to do things, and didn't mind the fact that he crashed a lot.
Just part of this constant doing business.
Him and Romain Grosjean was the legendary bad team for Renault/Lotus for a bit, where it's like, oh god, we have the two drivers most likely to get banned on the same team.
Just the F1 Danica Patrick, that's all.
Oh, we haven't had a Danica Patrick at F1 yet.
What about?
Well, no, I guess you could say you could say we had one before Danica Patrick. We had shit. I'm blanking on her name. Rich Italian lady, very attractive, raced in like the 80s. Layla Lombardi, I think.
Tell me. I think you are completely right, unless of course you're not.
There were a couple of F1 females before Danica Patrick showed up. Ricardo Gomes down the inside. In fact, there were a couple of IndyCar ladies before Danica Patrick, Lynn St. James and Sarah Fisher.
What about Dan Tickton?
I mean, Dan Tickton is Dan Tickton. That's it.
Seems to be very emotional.
He's very emotional. Very uncouth.
Not saying that ladies are always emotional, I'm just saying.
Ricardo Gomes down the inside. Beautiful move.
Oh, yeah.
Puts Kutachville on the outside. Should complete it here through the Mercedes arena. Maybe not, though. Yuri's making a fight of this. I thought this was over. And Yuri is down the inside and might get it. Inside's going to go to Gomes here, though. I wish we weren't looking from this angle because I want to see where Yuri's car is. Thank you. He's not giving up. Heading down towards the hairpin. All right, Yuri, you got anything for him? Looks the inside. Tries to outbrake him. Success. Yuri's back in front. I don't want this view. I want to see the other car. Thank you. There we go.
No cars for you.
And he's going to get it. And Timo Konietzki's also going to make out like a bandit, taking 9th place. There's been a lot of like good action between Konietzny, Gomes, Kratachville, Frings, Delgado. It's been a fun time. And Konietzki off the track. And we'll lose that spot back to Ricardo. Timo Ryder on the tail of Nicholas Campbell. Two guys who probably thought they were going to be in for a little bit more today than this battle for 13th place that they are in currently. Still got about a 1/4 distance to go, though. Konietzki looking down the inside of Gomes, and he will make that overtake really easy. So I wonder if there was a slowdown penalty for Gomes at work there. James Butler on the tail of Dave Ziska. And Ryder has made the overtake on Campbell. Thierolf is staying with Andreasen up front, so there is still a battle for the lead. Komorowski now on the tail of Joe Senna. Is slowly drifting back over the course of this race.
Oh no, Andreasen's run out of gas. Maybe, probably not.
Would hope not. This is the exact circumstances where you have like the extra fuel, if anything. Our big, hard-charged Dick. Komorowski's up 7 spots, so he's had a really good race. Started 12th and is up to 5th place. It's not like that's come through a bunch of attrition. He seems to legitimately have the pace.
I think he put 92 gallons of straight vodka in that tank.
Ziska battling it out over 6th place. I have missed Dave Ziska's livery. I like that, the gray and the blue. Further back, that's Komorowski on the tail of Joe Senna. Or further forward, I should say.
Get him, Josephus.
So we've got a battle for 4th, battle for 6th, and a battle for the lead. And then Jeff Ecott, who's all lonely in 3rd place. I'm sure he's more than happy to be lonely if it means getting a podium. Kurtachville, more or less on his own in 8th place. Konieczny, Gomes. Frings is on Gomes' tail. Delgado, Ryder, Campbell. Sevilla and Hidalgo are still having a good fight over 15th place. And Foster round off. Ooh. Joe Senna very, very wide. And he's going to easily lose that spot. He tried to power slide that through the turn. Did not work.
More power, less slide.
To keep Komorowski behind him. And Komorowski now up 8 places. Started in 12th, up to 4th. James Butler. Looking to take the fight to Dave Ziska.
Time to play the James.
Time to play the James. It's all about the James. How you play it. Stefan Frings and Ricardo Gomes going wheel to wheel, mano a mano. I was actually watching a Triple H interview talking about his second street fight with Mick Foley.
Triple H took the thumbtacks and the kneecaps.
He's like it's amazing to watch Mick within a promo change from being Mankind to Cactus Jack.
Mm-hmm. That man will hit 5 different emotional points in 30 seconds flat, and you don't know what to cry or laugh or nothing.
His best promo was probably, honestly, It was during his most pointless feud. It was the feud he had with Jeff Jarrett in TNA, which was a bad idea. But his like one-man promo where he was interviewing Cactus Jack as Mick Foley and doing both sides of the interview was pretty goddamn good.
Only Mick Foley could get away with that.
And then him beating up on was it Sting or Jarrett that he was feuding? It was one or the other. Either way, it was two old guys feuding for the belt in TNA, which was a bad idea. And he starts beating up Sting. It was Sting. He starts beating up Sting, and he's just like, "You need to realize something, Sting. I can play whoever's music I want. Give me a little Curry Man." Starts dropping the elbow on Sting. It's spicy!
How did TNA get all the best promos of all time and still go out of business?
Horrible decisions like having Mick Foley and Sting feud over the belt in their 50s.
And or continuing to hire people like Russo and Hogan.
I don't think Russo's a problem. Hear me out.
Wow.
Russo is a creative mind. What you need to do with Russo is not give him absolute power.
Or any power.
Basically, yeah. You need somebody above him who hears what Vince Russo wants to do and says yes or no.
You hire Vince Russo as a consultant and he gets paid on a case-by-case basis.
Yes.
And you are free to turn down everything he proposes. Especially if he's putting stuff on a poll.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the creative direction of TNA was probably at its best when Russo was the brain behind it, but Jeff Jarrett was the filter. On board with Joe Senna. Also, more Chet Lemon on commentary.
Yes. More Chet Lemon, more Black Snow. That was the only time Booker T's been good on commentary in his whole life.
And he wasn't even good. It was really Chet Lemon that makes that commentary. It's all Nash.
Yup.
My commentary partner has left the commentary. Oh my God, it's Booker T.
And more Natural Born Thrillers.
Really does feel like that stable should have done something in WWE, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's got talent. Sean O'Hare, Chuck Palumbo, Stasiak.
Like, literally everybody went on to have a very successful career as well. So I don't understand how bad... Listen.
I'm blanking
I'm
on the
going to
fourth
say
guy
some
right
stuff
now.
out loud that is something you could apply to literally everybody that's ever wrestled in the WWE/F. I don't understand how Vince did it that badly. You can feel free to apply that to literally every career that's ever been. He wanted the ringmaster. I don't understand how you could do something that badly.
And everyone was telling him it was a bad idea too. This is not even a hindsight thing. There are like tons of people who have basically said, "No, I told him that the ringmaster idea was stupid."
something Rocky Maivia.
Oop. James Butler getting very, very close. And oh no! Clips the curb and the KTM spins it out. Let's see here. Should be able to rejoin in 7th place.
All the James people play every night and every day.
So outside of losing his pressure on Dave Ziska, nothing lost there. Konietzki is ahead of Krachachville, who's ahead of Gomes, who's ahead of Delgado, who's ahead of Frings, who's ahead of Ryder, And this is actually like a really, really long battle all the way up to 8th place.
What's this
Actually,
about Zack Ryder?
to be honest, I don't see him, but Nicholas, there he is in the blue car. Nicholas Campbell is not too far behind this as well. Ignore the Golf Oil car. Unfortunately, that is the lapped Andy Foster. He is not in this fight. Oh, Yuri gets very deep. Opens the door for Ricardo. Gonna hang on for now, it looks like. Konietzki's managed to get a little breathing room at the front of this pile. I feel like the camera's gonna be here for the remainder. Meantime, Andreasen now a little over 2 seconds ahead of Ryder. Barring mistakes, he should bring it on home.
Unless, of course, he explodes.
This is a possibility.
Throws a valve right through the head gasket, up through the roof, instantaneously killing his pit crew.
Now who's being morbid?
Apathy.
I'm actually legitimately being bugged. I can't remember who the 4th guy in Natural Born Thrillers was.
Oh, Mike something.
No, he was the 5th guy. He was like the piece. There were like 4 active wrestlers, and then there was Saunders.
Right.
O'Hare, Palumbo, Stasiak,
and
I can't remember the 4th.
That's a good question. God damn.
Ricardo Gomes on the attack. Was it Johnny the Bull?
No. Although he was associated here and there. Trying to remember. Might have to look it up.
Might have to. Oh, Gomes looking down the inside. Oh no, Mauricio! Don't hit Gomes again!
Do it. Keep hitting him.
I think he took the first one okay because he gave the spot back. I don't know if he would do it a second time.
Well, you were... So Mark Jindrak might be the one you're thinking of. But they also include Johnny the Bull, Marino as well, and Mike Saunders.
So it's either Jindrak or Johnny the Bull I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's probably Jindrak. I remember being Palumbo, Jindrak, O'Hare, and Stacey. Yeah.
Big power slide from Yuri! And he loses it all! Through goes Gomes, through goes Delgado, through goes Thrings, through goes Ryder. And Kratachville in impressive action drops from 9th down to 13th.
Man.
As far as I can tell, that was just a pure mistake. I don't think anyone nudged him. Or with Ryder. This battle's not done. This is possibly the fastest lap. Depends on where the leader is. If the leader has crossed the checkered flag or checkered line or not. And that is Nicholas Campbell. Overtaking Kratachville as well. Okay, looks like they're going to get another lap, I think. Well, I'm just noting that the checkered flag has not been deployed. And I'm pretty sure that Andreasen's gone past the start-finish line. So he must have done it before the clock had hit 0. So we got one more lap. Look at the inside there is Frings. Is Butler losing a spot to Konietzki. Butler's got something wrong with the car. I wonder if he's out of gas. See if he keeps dropping. If he keeps dropping, I think it's going to have to be a gas issue. As Kratachville loses control of the car. His tires just appear to be done. He's having a Martin Edmonds moment. Yeah, Butler is being caught by this pack. So I'm guessing James Butler is out of gas, basically. Yuri, easy man, easy. Yuri Kutachville and James Butler giving us plenty to talk about here on this final lap. As they continue to dash their hopes and dreams here. All right. So Gomes, Delgado, Frings, and Ryder have all overtaken Butler, who is still falling back and losing a spot now to Nicholas Campbell. So yeah, I think that's a car that is, it's on fumes. That extra lap has killed him. I think he cut the fuel too close.
Well, it's a little bitty tiny car.
Can he bring it home ahead of Kratachville? Is the question. Well, Kratachville's off the track again. So I'm going to go with yes. Mauricio Delgado losing a spot there to Stefan Frings. Here we are, final corner. Oh, Ryder, that was too aggressive. That was on Ryder. And for the second time today, Ryder has been forced into the pit lane. Frings will take 9th. Delgado will take 10th. This is Fran Hidalgo, who appears to be done the race. He appears to be doing some celebratory donuts. There's Dave Ziska doing them as well, and Fran Hidalgo. And Butler will bring it home in 12th place, it looks like. Yeah, he's gonna get there. He's gonna get it home. He would not have if Yuri's tires were not just completely without any sense of grip. And we have a DQ for Timo Ryder. I wonder if that'll be reversed because he was forced into the pit lane. And the game probably wanted him to go through the pit.
Not the case.
It does appear that the organizers of the race have reversed the DQ looking at the results. And Ryder was granted a 17th place finish. So there you go. Your winner, Henrik Andreasen from Tobias Thirolf, Jeff Ecott, Adam Komorowski, Joe Senna, Dave Ziska, Timo Konietzki, Ricardo Gomes had an incredibly interesting day, coming home in 8th place. That is Stefan Frings, Mauricio Delgado, Nicholas Campbell, James Butler, Yuri Kutachville, Wilfredo Sevilla, Fran Hidalgo, Andy Foster, and as stated, Ryder is being given 17th place instead of the DQ. Championship-wise, with 182 points and 4 wins to his name, Henrik Andreasen is your champion, followed by Tobias Thirolf on 153, 120 for Joe Senna, 88 for Stefan Frings, 74 for Gunnar Ricks, 74 for James Butler, 69, nice, for Nicholas Campbell, 66 for Dave Ziska, 60 for Yuri Kratachville, and 55 for Timo Ryder. Other podium finishers over the course of the series were Jeff Ecott, Vic Vega, and Timo Konietzki. Oh, and Andrew D, who was at the opening round and not after, and Steve Davidson also at a podium. So we had a lot of fun with this series. A lot of like parody with the drivers and so on, and it was a fun time to explore some of the lesser known German tracks and some of the very known German tracks, such as the Nürburgring and Hockenheim. Byron, what was your favorite track?
I believe my favorite track was that one where everybody was crazy.
So Bilsterberg.
Sure.
At some point I got to get you to come on board with me as I drive Bilsterberg, and you could just kind of let it influence a Trackmania track because it's itching for it. Anyways, everybody, hope you enjoyed the series and hope you enjoy the next one.